So YouTubers, don't they just get famous for the most dumbest thing, bro? Some YouTubers get famous for messing with little girls. NEP. Shit. Some YouTubers get famous for just giving away money. Shit, my nigga Mr. B. Shit. And then there's other YouTubers like me who got famous for eating school lunch. Like, we just be getting back to that. You know what I'm saying? But check this out though. That's besides the point, bro. Every YouTuber get famous off something. But there's some YouTubers who get famous off a recipe. And I'm gonna be doing that today, bro. Today, I'm gonna be trying recipes that made YouTubers famous. So the first recipe that I'm gonna be trying is Joshua Wiseman making a Popeye's chicken sandwich at home, but better.
Everybody's going all crazy for chicken sandwiches, which is great, but I think it's about time that we put our name in the hat because I think we can do better.
I'm not gonna hype that up, that shit look regular as fuck. But I'm a hating that nigga, my bad.
So to get things kicked off, I started by making my Japanese milk buns, which is my burger bun recipe. The link will be in the description if you haven't seen it already. And I got those risen, baked off and all that. I felt like this was the proper type of bun because it's lofty, it's soft, it's a little bit sweet, and it's got a great chew. And I mean, come on, look at that shine.
Yo, no cap, I could just use buns that I buy from the store, but you know what though? I want to follow the exact recipe to a T. So I'm gonna go to whatever video that he's talking about and we're gonna make the buns from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know that burgers were once used as currency? No? Well, that's because I just made that up. But one thing that is a fact is that these burger buns could very easily make the best burger that you've ever had, period. So, you know, hey, whatever, it's your choice.
Woo! W buns.
Let's go ahead and make this, shall we? Okay, so these buns are a little bit unusual. They're a mix of a brioche dough and my Hokkaido milk bread recipe. So you're first gonna make something called a tangzong, which only takes like 2 minutes. So we're gonna combine 4 tablespoons or 60 grams of whole milk or...
All right, let's go ahead and get, where the fuck is the tablespoon at? Boom. I hope this is a tablespoon. Anyway, let's go ahead and add 4 tablespoons of milk. Bruh, I don't have enough milk. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna add it just like this, bro. Cause, bro, looking at the video, comparing the milk that he got in his pot compared to my pot, bro, totally different, bro.
2 tablespoons or 27 grams of water.
All right, let's add 2 tablespoons of water. Can I have a cup of water? Hey, do I sound like the British niggas? Hello, mate. Can I have some water? Can I have some tea? Yeah, quit playing with me, man.
2 tablespoons or 20 grams of bread flour in a small or medium-sized sauce pot. Go ahead and whisk that together to get it incorporated. Then place that pot over medium heat and continuously whisk until the mixture thickens dramatically. You'll see it happen pretty quickly. Once it comes up to heat, it only takes about 25-30 seconds.
All right, let's go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of flour in that bit. Let's go ahead and mix it up until like it thickens. Bro, this isn't thickening, bro. Oh wait, maybe it is. Hold on, let me stop being impatient. Just the process, ain't that what they say? Hold on, this shit thicken. Quit playing with me. Bro, look, I actually did it right. Yes, sir.
Then you're gonna take half a cup or 120 grams of whole milk heated to about 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius. You can totally use non-dairy milk if you want. Then you're gonna add 1 tablespoon or 9 grams of instant yeast. Give that a quick little mix and then let that sit for about 8 minutes.
All right, let's go ahead and just get a half a cup of milk in that bit. All right, so boom, I need to put this thing in the microwave. Alright, y'all, my milk is done. Look, I need to add some instant dry yeast in that bit, you feel me? And then I'm gonna need to go ahead and mix it up.
Then you're gonna combine in the bowl of a stand mixer 2.5 cups or 320 grams of bread flour.
All right, let's add 2 cups of flour in that bit.
2.5 tablespoons or 35 grams of sugar, and 1 teaspoon or 7 grams of fine sea salt. Give that some whiskey business until it's thoroughly incorporated. Now it's time to get your stand mixer ready, fitted with the dough hook attachment.
Hey, do you be getting carried or you a snack? I just tried to clip farm and it just went bad. But look, do you be getting carried or you a snagger? Hey, as you can see, I'm a motherfucking snagger. All right, let's add some salt. And now I'm gonna need to go ahead and blend this.
With your stand mixer running on low speed, go ahead and add your milk and yeast mixture.
All right, let's go ahead and add my milk in a bit.
Let that run for a few seconds and then add your Tangzong paste that you made earlier, followed by 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk.
And now I'm gonna need to add my Tangzong, which honestly, bro, this shit looks like mashed potatoes, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. But yeah, let's go ahead and add a bit in here. But look, while it's mixing up, I need to go ahead and add an egg in here. So boom. Now all I need to do is increase the speed.
Once incorporated, gradually add 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of softened unsalted butter. And once all that's incorporated, just let that stand mixer knead the dough for about 5 to 8 minutes or until it's nice and smooth.
All right, I'm gonna need to add some goddamn unsalted. Bro, I don't know if I should add this whole stick in here, but fuck it, bro. I'm adding the whole stick in here, bro, word. But yeah, let's add some unsalted butter in a bit. God damn, bro, this shit won't squeeze through. Bro, fuck it, bro. Ah, damn. I just gotta put it in here the old fashioned way, bro. Fuck it. All right, close. Why I want this? There you go.
Many minutes later.
All right, y'all, so it's been like 7 minutes and my dough looks pretty much ready.
Then lightly grease a medium-sized bowl.
All right, so boom. All I need to do now is I'm gonna add some olive oil in the bit. Let's go ahead and just spread it everywhere so like the dough doesn't like get stuck on the bowl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this ain't my first time making buns. Like I'm a pro at this, man. Like it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm true to this, bro. I ain't new to this. Word of my mother. All right, let's get my goddamn dough. Bro, this shit is fucking stuck to me. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I wanna try some shit. Spider-Man. Quit playing with me. Spider-Man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know what I'm doing.
Lightly grease a medium-sized bowl, then take your dough and gently fold in the sides just to kind of bring it in, and then place that seam side down on a work surface and sort of rub it around in a circle, keeping constant contact with the board so that it sort of folds into itself and creates some nice tension. Now once it's into a nice ball shape, go ahead and place it in your greased bowl.
I might have just skipped a step. So boom, I'm gonna need to go ahead and get my goddamn dough and like mess around with it, you feel me? Get it right, you know what I'm saying? All right, now I need to go ahead and put it inside this bowl.
Then go ahead and cover that bowl with a damp towel and then place it in a warm area for 1 to 1.5 hours or until it doubles in size. Now you guys already know that I used my fermentation station as usual, and I did it around 77 degrees Fahrenheit or 25 degrees Celsius. Now obviously you can just put this in a turned off oven with the light on, which will create a warm environment, but it's way more accurate to do this, of course.
All right, so boom, let's go ahead and cover it a bit up. All right, so yeah, I put it inside the oven with the light on to like help it rise faster.
1 hour later.
Oh, maybe let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer. Oh, baby, all the stars are closer, all the stars are. Alright, let me start. Look, my dough's ready. You feel me? And it got bigger.
Now once that dough is doubled, go ahead and pull it out and then give it a nice spanking because it's been a bad dough and it deserves it. But no, really, punch your dough down.
All right, let's spank it. Bad boy. That was fucking freaky as hell.
Down. Then lightly flour a work surface and dump your dough out. Then using a bench scraper, which I'll have a link for in the description, divide your dough into 6 even pieces, which...
All right, let's go ahead and get some flour. Add it on here, you feel me? And then let's get my dough. Put that bit on here, you feel me? Let's go ahead and cut it. Baby, let me know all the stars are closer. All the stars are closer. Oh, baby, let me. Hey, y'all, when I was a little kid, bro, I was a big Chris Brown. I was a big Chris Brown, but I ain't gonna lie.
Now it's time for shaping, which is the most important part here. So grab a section of the dough and gently stretch and fold it to the center. Repeat that around the whole segment of dough, then flip it over so it's seam side down.
All right, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it right, but shit, I'm gonna try. Yeah, word.
And place your balls evenly spaced apart on a rimmed baking sheet tray lined with lightly greased parchment paper. Be sure to account for their rise in the oven. These do best spaced apart about 2.5 inches or 6 centimeters apart. You don't want them touching. Then place another equally sized rim baking sheet inverted on top of these so they don't dry out, and allow them to rise. And allow them to rise at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours or until doubled.
Joshua, why the fuck do you want me to wait 2 hours for this shit to rise again, bro? I just waited a whole fucking hour. I'm not doing that, bro. Like, bro, like at that point, this recipe gonna take 50 years. Like, goddamn. All right, let's go ahead and put my buns on this tray.
Then make an egg wash consisting of 1 whole egg and a splash of whole milk. Whisk together nicely, then gently brush the entire top of the buns. Bake them at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for 16 to 18 minutes or until deep golden brown.
All right, now I'm gonna need to go ahead and put my mixture of egg and milk on my buns. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and go bake this thing. You know, you feel me?
5 minutes later.
Hey, boy, quit fucking playing with me, man. I'm the greatest chef on YouTube, bro. Look at these buns. Look at them, bro. These whole look perfect, bro. Hey, bro. Chef Juan in the motherfucking kitchen.
Remove those lovelies from the oven and brush them generously with melted butter or brown butter if you're feeling extra fancy. Let this cool down to room temperature on a wire rack and you have burger buns.
All right, y'all. Hey, I'm done making the buns. Bro, did such a fucking great job. Hey, bro. Hey, real talk, like I'm actually like proud of myself for doing a great job, bro. And I feel like you should hit the like button, cause like, bro, I usually never cook things right. Like, bro, this is new to me. This is new to me. Bro, I'm used to just being a fucking screw up. I remember back in the day, I used to mess up every recipe I tried, and now I'm making things perfectly, bro. Quit playing with me, man. That's growth, man. That's character development, bro. That's a fucking light bulb, bro. But anyways, set my fucking butter in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie, I was actually dead ass about to cry a little bit. I felt tears coming. Hey, y'all, now that I'm done with the buns, I can just go ahead and get back to like the chicken sandwich video. You know what I'm saying?
Now for one of the most important parts, which is the fried chicken. So first we're gonna marinate these bad boys. Now to make the marinade, you're gonna need 2 cups or 473 milliliters of buttermilk. Then you're gonna add 2 teaspoons or 10 grams of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons or 7 grams of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of serrano powder. If you're wondering where I got that, I actually made it myself. There's a video coming soon about it. You can also just use something else spicy. Whisk that together and you've got your marinade. Really simple.
All right, let's add 2 cups of buttermilk in a bit. Let's add 2 teaspoons of salt. Let's get 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And then let's add it in here. Boom! White and paprika. Hold on, bro. I just realized, bro, I didn't measure it. Fuck. That's tough! All right, let's go ahead and mix it up.
Whisk that together and you've got your marinade. Really simple. Then you're gonna take 4 to 6 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Cover that with plastic wrap and then place it in the refrigerator to marinate for at least an hour or overnight. I find that they're a lot better overnight though.
Let's go ahead and add my chicken thighs in there, bit. All right, now all I need to do is just go ahead and cover this thing up. You feel me? Let's wrap this thing up like it's a con. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gotta stay protected. No business. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Unless you me. Shit, cause you know, ultimate pull-out game. I feel like I just did a geyser. All right, let's go ahead and put this in the refrigerator for like an hour.
3 hours later.
Okay, so once your chicken is marinated, we're ready to get our dredge going. So you're gonna need 3 cups or 395 grams of all-purpose flour, and to that you're gonna add 2.5 teaspoons or 13 grams of kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons or 6 grams of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons or 7 grams of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of oyster mushroom powder, and by the way, that's in that upcoming video, optional. Half a teaspoon or 2 grams of fresh black pepper, and if you want it spicy, add 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of cayenne pepper.
All right, so boom. Let's go ahead and add some all-purpose flour in a bit. Let's add 2 teaspoons of salt. Let's add some smoked paprika. Let's add some garlic powder. Let's add some black pepper. All right, now all I need to do is just mix it up.
Okay, so now we're ready to dredge. The first thing I like to do to promote some flaky bits is to actually drizzle in a couple spoonfuls of the buttermilk marinade. Then just take a piece of chicken out of the marinade, drop it in the flour, coat it in flour, and press aggressively into the chicken. You really want to make sure.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and add my goddamn milk in it. And then, let's put my chicken in the hole.
Once your oil's at temp, drop in a piece of breaded chicken carefully. Make sure to drop it away from you in case the oil splashes. And then just fry, trying to maintain that temperature as best you can.
All right, let's go ahead and fry that thing. Anyways, y'all, my fried chicken is ready. Let's go to the next thing.
2 pieces at a time. So we've got our buttermilk fried chicken, we've got our
Yep,
buns.
I got everything,
now we need
bro.
to make a mayo. First, start with 3/4 of a cup or 177 milliliters of mayonnaise. To that, you're gonna add 8 cloves of black garlic that have been pureed. I just kind of spread it out with my knife because it's so soft. 1 tablespoon or 16 grams of spicy hot sauce. I use some homemade lacto-fermented habanero sauce. Kosher salt to taste. 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of smoked paprika, and a little bit of lemon juice to taste. Mix that together and you got it.
All right, let's go and make that. So boom, first thing first, I gotta get some mayonnaise and add it in here. Let's add some hot sauce in that bit. I ain't gonna lie, I don't have the other hot sauce that he has, so I'm just gonna add this hot sauce. I ain't gonna cap. Let's add some minced garlic, smoked paprika, some salt, lemon juice. Then let's mix it up.
Assembly time. First rule, always toast your buns.
All right, I gotta toast my buns. So first thing first, no cap. Let me go ahead and just cut my buns in half. Let's go ahead and toast my buns, bro. And boom, they're toasted. Type shit. Fuck, that shit burned. Ouch!
Generously apply your mayo on the bottom bun. There's nothing wrong with putting a lot, okay? I like a lot. Shingle on your pickles, and please no bald spots, please. Mayo up that top bun, and don't be scared to be generous. I put the mayo on a little bit thicker in the center because it's gonna spread out when you press that bun down. Le piece de résistance. The chicken. Yeah, poulet. If it wasn't obvious already, top bun goes on, and well, the sandwich is now complete.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. Right now it's like 4:44. I started recording this like around noon. I haven't eaten all day. I'm so excited for this, bro. Dead ass, bro. So boom, first thing first, let me get my sauce, add it on here. Anyways, let's add some pickles on top. Let's go ahead and add my fried chicken. Let's put some sauce on my top bun. And boom. Hold on real quick. Let me check the video out to make sure I did everything perfect. All right, everything look good, bro. I'm so excited to try this, bro. Oh my God, I'm so fucking hungry, bro. Wow. This is good, bro. This shit is fucking good, bro. Hold on. I used to pray for times like this, man. I remember back in the day, I used to mess up every recipe. Now I'm a master chef. Oh my God, this is so good. The meat look raw. Bro, it's because I didn't have enough oil. Real talk.
So the next YouTuber recipes that I'm gonna be trying next is Nick DiGiovanni mac and cheese recipe.
Mac and cheese is the ultimate comfort food. Today I'm making a classic macaroni and cheese completely from scratch. There are no boxes, no shortcuts, no Velveeta cheese. My mac and cheese starts off with a blend of 5 different cheeses that all work together in harmony to give you that perfect balance of creaminess and sharpness. As a first step, I'm gonna boil a big pot of water. A very important step anytime you're cooking pasta is to make sure you salt it. And typically I say salt it even a little more than you think you need. The basic rule of thumb is to salt it until it tastes like the ocean.
All right, y'all, so boom, let's go ahead and put the pot right here. Let's add a lot of salt in here, I ain't gonna lie. Brody said add a lot of salt, so I'm gonna add a lot of salt. Never question Nick DiGiovanni, facts.
And the reason for that is that as it cooks, that salt is gonna go into the pasta and you'll end up with a much more flavorful mac and cheese. Because our pasta will continue cooking throughout some of the other stages of the mac and cheese process, take a look at the package instructions for whatever pasta you're using and cook just a few minutes under that. So mine here says to cook for 6 minutes. I'm just gonna cook for about 4.
All right, y'all, so look, my shit say like 6 to 8 minutes, so like, I'm gonna cook it for 4 minutes too, no cap.
Now, before the cheese, time to build the sauce. First, we're gonna go in with some heavy cream, beautiful. Then, some whole milk.
All right, let's go ahead and add some heavy cream. Let's add some milk.
With our milk and cream, we'll wanna add in tons of flavor. And to do that, we'll use some garlic and a little bit of thyme. And in they go.
All right, so look, I don't have that type of garlic, but I have minced garlic. Same thing, right? Facts, it's the same thing. Anyways, let's add some minced garlic in here.
And then a lot of thyme, which again will give off some of the flavor into the fat that's inside all this milk and cream. And finally, a nice sprinkle of dry mustard, just enough to get that flavor. Then a bit of smoked paprika. And finally, fresh cracked black pepper. We'll put this over super low heat.
Y'all, so check this out. We might have a problem. So like, I didn't want to spoil myself, so I asked the YouTube ChatGPT thing to give me all the ingredients. And these motherfuckers didn't give me the time. So it ain't my fault that I didn't get the time. I blame the YouTube ChatGPT shit. Anyways, let's go ahead and just add some fucking ground mustard in here. Let's add some smoked paprika in here. Now, I need to add some black pepper. All right, yeah, I gotta mix this up on low heat. So yeah.
So we did the mac, and now we're gonna move on to the cheese. For each of the 5 cheeses in this mac and cheese, I have a reason for why I picked them. First is cheddar. I always use cheddar because it's gonna give you that sharpness that you need and also that classic mac and cheese.
Y'all, check this out. I don't have a food grater. So, what can I do to break apart these cheese? Can I just put them in a get it out! In a blender? Question mark? Only one way to find out. All right, let's go ahead and get my Gouda cheese. Why is this shit red? Did they color it or did it come like this? Y'all tell me in the comment section. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and blend it. Let's try the food processor. Let's go ahead and just blend this, bro. But what the fuck, this shit actually work, bro. Hey, real talk, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this goat cheese and I'm gonna add it in here, you feel me? Let's blend it up. Let's go ahead and get my cheddar cheese and low key, I'm gonna add in this food processor too. Yo, this is so fucking ghetto, bro. Why didn't I get a fucking food processor, bro? I blame ChatGPT, bro. Like, bro, usually, bro, I didn't want to spoil myself on the video, but it's like, fuck, I kind of have to watch the video before I make it. I have to watch it fully so I can make sure I have everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have my cheese in here.
Sometimes when I'm making mac and cheese, I do step back and look at how much cheese there really is. And this isn't even all our cheese, there's still 2 more. I just need a bowl, and into that bowl, I'll add my mozzarella, then my Gouda, and finally, my cheddar. And once it's all in there, I'll give it a nice mix to make sure everything is evenly combined.
All right, so boom, I'm gonna need to go ahead and put all my fucking blended up cheese inside this bowl right here. Let's add my mozzarella cheese in here. Then I'm gonna need to add some Parmesan cheese in this bitch. Let's go ahead and mix this up.
Now, it's time for the fun part. Putting half of our cheese into that really well-seasoned creamy milk mixture here to let it all melt down.
All right, let's go ahead and put some cheese inside this pot. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if this pot can handle too much cheese, but hey, let's put some in here. Bro, I really hope all this red shit inside this pot is the cheese and it's not like a wrapper. I'm really hoping that, bro.
Once we've given it a nice stir and we can start to see some of that stringy cheesiness falling down from our spoon, we are ready to add in all of our pasta. And now I think this is my favorite part, just the mixing process here, layering that cheese, that gooiness.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. I have to switch pots, bro. This pot ain't it, bro. I have to switch pots. Hey, look, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and just put all my stuff inside this pot with my mac and cheese, bro, dead ass. Oh, yeah. I definitely see all the creaminess and the cheesiness. Definitely see it. Anyways, let's go ahead and mix it up. Oh my God. Okay. Quit playing with me. This shit looking good already.
Now, for the layering process, I don't want to tell you how to do it because you should really do it however you want. But the way I like to do it is to take about half the pasta and just cover the bottom of your dish. Oh my God, it's just shimmering in the light. It's so silky. And once you feel like you've gotten nice coverage of that bottom first layer, make sure you gently pat it down just to make sure you're giving equal love to every little corner here. And this right here is why we save all that cheese. We'll go ahead with a nice big layer of cheese all across the center of our whole dish, making sure you spread it out nice and even.
All right, boom. Let's go ahead and put my mac and cheese inside the bowl. And then let's put my cheese on top of it. No cap, my cheese is in chunks, so I'm like, I low-key gotta like try to do my best to spread it apart. Real talk. This about to be the most cheesiest mac and cheese I've ever had in my life.
A little bit more excited. And then go on with that second layer of macaroni. I like to pick a serving dish that'll be the proper size to really get filled out with your mac and cheese.
Okay, I didn't know he was doing it like that. Fuck. That's tough. It's too late now, I'm gonna be honest. I can't do that. I don't have enough cheese.
Parmesan cheese. This beautiful little pyramid of cheese is how we finish off our mac and cheese, and that's because it's nice and salty, so it gives that nice kick right off the top, but also it's gonna brown as we broil it and give us this really, really nice, crispy, delicious golden topping. When your oven is preheated to a nice high broil, you can go ahead and toss it in.
All right, let's bake this.
Later that night.
All right, y'all, my mac and cheese is ready, bro. This shit look perfect, bro. I look fucking cringe. I'm not solo I'm never doing that again. Like, never. I'm never doing that again ever in my life. This gotta, like, where's the cheese pool? There's like no cheese pool. Like, none at all. Bro, some of the cheese didn't even melt for real. Oh, well, let's go ahead and try it. Yeah, I definitely should have grated the cheese. It doesn't taste bad though, but bro, at the same time, this shit ain't good. It's tough. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Damn! Oh well, I'll just take my L on the chin. I tried to follow the direction, it's just I didn't have a cheese grater, so like, I stopped. Like, hey y'all, look. I know I might have fucked up on this, but bro, can I at least get a pass? Like, I tried, my nigga, I tried. Anyways, I guess that's it for the video, bro. Deuces. I just put up 2 fucking L's. I guess the L's is for me. Deuces.